It reminds me of yesterday. You know how easy it was to hold the short, right? Like, all you have to do is catch any one of the highs, and the next one doesn't get you out. The next one doesn't get you out, you know, and it keeps going. It made it, like, very clear. In the event that you caught a high, it was going to allow you to remain in that high for a prolonged distance. It seems easy for them, right? Seems like they're winning. Seems like a bearish environment, they would say, right? Because it didn't freaking hold. It doesn't freaking matter. They all got wiped out. There was not a single one of them that held. All of that easy environment was taken from them. Now think about it from the bullish perspective, where the long traders were trying to catch the lows, catch the lows, catch the lows, get exposure to the red yellow line, right? Now they didn't let anybody have that. Sunday happened here. That's Sunday right there. New low, significant low, right? Then it just runs to everyone's target. Literally, I had the Forgotten 61. Literally, I had a huge arrow. Look where they bought it up to. Suspiciously particular, right? That they took that trade from everyone. Interesting. And then we continue to, oh yeah, if you want a long trade, look at how many hoops you have to jump through, and how many spikes there are. And if you catch the low on Monday, then we're going to come all the way back for you. If you caught that low, then we're going to come all the way back for you. If you caught that low, then you're kind of safe, but that was in the middle of the night. Isn't that interesting? Market hours closed here, so unless you held with a stop at the bottom, I'm like, where's there room for people to get lucky on that? Like, they would have to be lucky right at the bottom, or else we're coming back for you. Now, isn't that hard? So it's easy to hold the short because they don't come back for you. They don't come back for you. They don't come back for you. They might swing back a long way sometimes, but not after they haven't given you a beautiful profit, which has been easy to manage because no new highs keep knocking you out. The long traders get it exactly the opposite. Like, try and catch the low. We dare you, right? Look at that environment, how tough it is on them. And then over here, how tough it is on them. And what's funny, you know how tough it was on the long traders? They were right. They were the ones that got the biggest move. We moved up to a higher high than where we dumped from. And I'm like, sure, yeah, we might pull back pretty decently, but it doesn't mean that the lows aren't worth keeping. It doesn't mean that the long trade that they've been trying to take from everyone for a long time isn't worth keeping. They've been relentless about going after the Americans at the open and making sure that there's huge retracements on anybody that does catch a movement throughout the day. Whereas it might seem easy for the short sellers. Like right now, I can see that same easy quality where it's like, oh, if you catch the high, the next one won't get you. If you catch that high, the next one won't get you. Might come back really close, and it seems like they're winning, right? I'll tell you one thing, when we break this trend, all of what they've done is in jeopardy of being wiped out instantly. Now it's only offering miles above the VWAP in the long term. And we know that it's been capable of moving roughly 100 points away, maybe 200 in some cases. Let's take a look at what the other ones were. Like when we moved a big distance away from this, what was it, 167 points? And then this one over here was 126. Yeah, 200 points away from it is kind of the most we've done. So this line on the bottom, it can be like a blue line. The one on the top is the trend until we break it. And I don't think that's going to be a long-term reversal on the daily either, specifically. We're getting very close to a red-yellow line coming down from the top too. So we do have to watch out for that. I am not bearish on the situation, however I do think that everything we've done today is in jeopardy of being wiped out, but then we continue going up. So that's easy to hold through. It can be hard to catch. Like this entire day's environment could happen again, where we come back to the beginning, except for, you know, without doing the spike on the next day, we can actually just go up. Like that's the idea. They want this play to happen again. And, you know, the open can be down here. You know, like that's what they did on this day. They came down all the way to the open too. Like that movement right there, that's 931. Like 930 was the low of that day. and they took all of that back. Red yellow line is close. Its eagerness to break is not very high. However, if we break the red yellow line, depending on how much energy we bring to it, I don't think this would be exciting. Any one of those. Now, if that was the case, does it affect anyone that's holding from underneath if it does that? Well, it shouldn't. You know, if it does this to get back down to it in the future, is that okay? Should be. Doesn't matter if it makes a head and shoulders up there and comes down to it. Is that okay? Should be. You don't have to deal with it if you're holding from underneath the break of the red yellow line. And look into hedging it depending on what it offers above it. Also remember, everything we squeeze through the red yellow line is likely to be taken back to it, as a reminder. Yeah, the red yellow line's still set up for a squeeze, so we do have to watch out for that. Again, just as a reminder.